So good evening guys, it's a 4:54 p.m. Today is January 26th. Today was a FOMC day and there was a after effect of Microsoft earnings from yesterday, and today evening Tesla earning, all these things, and now month end is also coming. So let's start. It's all messed up situation, but we did it nice today, especially to the short side as usual. So these are the levels: 89, 26, 44, 42.95. That was today's low, by the way, right? In ES, 87. These are the key levels, and NQ. These are the levels, you can see, you can draw lines and you can see the rotation. I will show you the rotation from all this area in ES, pretty clear. All of these levels had a trade in it. So now remember these lines in my chart from yesterday's end of day video. There were 4 or 5 lines. I gave you specifically these lines, so you can see it today in XN. So today there will be an effect from Microsoft earnings, Tesla, FOMC, all these things, right? And you can read through it later on, all these things, but with that in mind, get ready for the larger swings both ways, right? As long as price is below, sellers still have a control area, favor shorts, more shorts than longs, right? Overall, nothing is changed in the last 2 days. So the spelling mistake here, but anyway, so sellers still have a control, right? Below this area, sellers have a control, right? So 45.60, 45.20, 44.87 in general, right? Based on the overnight price action, I want to see buyers holding it above this area, which they did pretty much, right? Half of the morning, they pretty much held above this area, right? After multiple breakdowns, it still couldn't break below these things, pretty much, and then it gave you a failed breakdown also from here. See how powerful this area is? And then if they fail to hold above or get a rejection from this area, then break below 49, assume sellers are back in the business. So this is what happened after FOMC, or during FOMC. Holding above 89 or breaking above this area, most buyers will come to take price action next to 44.87. So they did broke above it but couldn't hold it. Immediately price comes down, right? Because of NQ, So NQ 542, hold below. That's the seller's line in sand for today. So NQ did pretty much well from this area during FOMC. Before FOMC or at FOMC, it broke above this area, similar to ES, above this area, but immediately come down and then turn this area, held this area as a resistance, then pull back to this area and then market tank. That was the short right there, and then there were a couple of intraday trades in the morning, back and forth, long, short from this area. All this area worked out very nicely. Russell, this area became the low of the day, somewhere here, right? And the high probably around somewhere into this area, so but favor shorts, right? See that? Crude favor longs, right? And also about this Dow, I did not look at it. Gold, no trading still. Okay, so dream number, look at this, 285 and 208. You can see the rotation here also, and this was the morning low in NQ, 208, right? So where is 208? 208, so 191 actually, that was the low. But anyway, it was close enough. So dream numbers are powerful, So these are the lines I was talking about in ES from yesterday, end of the video. 89, 72, 52, 47, 44, 43.26, 42.95, right? And this line I have it because it is my bold area, this area, right? And this is also bold area, right? Bold area means they are powerful areas, right? And you can see it, how those area works. Even this single line also worked here. See that? This level also worked out, right, of the open. And then that area gave us a short, right, of the open, So So now you know the levels, right? So let's start with here. It's open, gapped up, right? Internals were super bullish here, right? So no point thinking about short knowing that FOMC is later on, right? So we don't want to be aggressive right off the open, and we usually don't trade in the first 10 to 15 minutes, right? It's observation time. So here the observation was 11 area was yesterday's high, right? 10, 11, whatever that area is. So price got a rejection, right? It went through the yesterday's high. That was the warning sign for buyers, right? Mini warning sign, not a lot, because above 89 they have a control, right? So then price came close to 89, and bounced ahead of it, right? It's kind of a mini double bottom, failed breakdown here. You can see a tiny one tick, two tick, down 1 point. And that was a divergence with NQ also, I guess, So it bounced, right? So it bounced. The seller had an opportunity here, right at yesterday's high, failed breakout of yesterday's high, right here. They had an opportunity to take it down, right? They couldn't, but we were observing it. 15 minute was over, and price was right here, right? And then instead of breakdown, if it would have broken down, I would have taken a trade. But instead, it went higher, right? So I said in Discord around this time, if ES goes above 44.11, and NQ goes above 44, I think, what was the time, 410, buyers will be back for intraday from at that point in time, so this was a trade, but it's a different arrow because it requires a reading. I did not take a trade because my guideline was strict. If NQ goes above 542, then I will start looking for long in ES and NQ. Till then, below this line in sign for sellers, I am not going to go long, So I waited, but in Discord I said if somebody wants to take it, 44.10 above, buyers, So whoever took it, right? So, and the profit target is 24, this bold area, which is this bold area, right? So you take a profit here, and then you wait. Then price pulled back to this 20 support, right? Resistance and support right here. Then it went higher, right? NQ also trying to go higher above morning high. 505 was our dream number. See, last time here at the morning, it came close to it and can tank. This time, it came right there at 505, right? Dream number, why ES was here, right? So at that point, it looks like it wants to go to moon. Right here, see, it wants to go to moon because at that time ES was right here, right? Internals were super bullish, correct? So, but no choice, I can't do anything. That is what I said in Discord. I'm not gonna do anything until 542 is taken out. Then I will think about going long. By the time it's ES is higher, then it's too late to go long in ES. But NQ I can go long, because then I have a higher area to target, But instead, you can see it. Now, since it went above 505, damn thing has to hold above it. Simple, above 495.5 area. Since buyers are so strong, right? They have to prove it, right? So, here they couldn't immediately come down, right? And then 460 was our level, right? So I waited, See here, small, tiny rejection, then went through it. So here in Discord I said it is to hold now 460. Not only this, backup is 460 and ES has to hold above 44.11. If they cannot, sellers will be back. So here they cannot, right? So when price went down to 410, that was our support, right? So I'm not talking about all the tiny trade here, but you can see it here, 410, you can go long, Target here 460, you can even short here, see that, or you can even short here, But anyway, so I waited for patiently, and price went down again below 460. This time bounce from 410. This bounce you can play, but I don't want to play. Why? Because price got a rejection, failed breakout. So you don't want to go long here, but instead look for short right here, which ES short in ES was around, I think, for the 44.20 area. See, I love my 20 area. So this was a short with NQ, and then break down below 44.11. That was another short here, which is so this was a 20 short with NQ right here, and NQ then went through it 375, 378, right? It did not close above below it, and then pull back to 410, right? You can play 410 to 375 again and hope this time it closes below it, which it did here, right? Slight pullback and tank, right? So if you did not take this trade, the breakdown of this, you can take the trade right here at around 360, right? And then 325. This was the line I gave it in Discord when price was here ahead of it, that watch out 325. So if you took a short here 325, you know, that's your target, right? Because ES was running into 89. Now I was waiting for ES to break down below 89 and hold the damn thing, you know. So NQ at the same time hit 325, right? It was also above VWAP, below VWAP, right? So it closed it, but immediately next two candles it immediately closed up. So this candle, it closed right there, right? So technically this is a short, but it's too aggressive on FOMC day, right, at the lower end. So you have to wait. The second candle came up, closed right above this 43, which was the area, 89, which is this. See here, right? So here when you see balancing, you bail out, you're this short, then you wait, and then immediately when it popped up, came back down, it held the 89, it held this area also at the same time. See, VWAP. Now you go long. Here in Discord, even before price was moving, I said here, right here at 11, that this buyers, the more chop you see here, it's a potential risk for sellers, and price can go up to 450 again, you know. And this is what exactly happened. So while I was talking, this is what the trade you can take, either here or break out above 410, you can take the trade. Yes, if you took the trade here, you bail out here, and then after 11 o'clock, no trading. That's a guideline on FOMC day, right? So this was the last trade in both the environment till 11, and then you have to wait till 2 o'clock. No? So then we waited till 2 o'clock and we were watching. So 2 o'clock, 488, that was the level in NQ. I said to watch out during FOMC. Price poke below it, few points, 10 points, and then straight up, right? So we were watching in a smaller time frame this thing, and all I was interested is if it goes above 542, and can this thing holds it above it, right? But then Mr. Powell was supposed to speak at scheduled to speak at 2:30, so I didn't want to make a hurry, right? And anyway, I'm not an aggressive person to go long at 542 right at the breakout, which I waited since morning. And now after all this back and forth during FOMC, if it breaks it, you know, you have to wait to see what happens, you know. So, and then price went higher, higher, higher. We were observing it, right? And yes, also took out this area, went higher, but in the same candle you can see it closed below this morning high. That was the mini warning sign, you know. And then in Q later on, this candle happened, closed underneath this 24, right? Still, so some warning sign for buyers, but this is what we were observing in NQ 542 and 505, you know. So I said 505 below, more sellers will come. Ideally, buyers needs to hold above 542 now, you know, at this point after breakout. And then in this same candle, it even held it here. See that? So, and then it went higher. I was just observing it, you know. I was not in hurry. And then boom, sliced through it right here. That was my trade, you know. So that's where I see the trade coming in, you know. And then slight pop back up. 542, it got rejection, coming down. This is where you can start even shorting early enough if you want to, or you can wait for this area to be taken out. As we discussed in Discord live, we were watching this entire thing, right? So, and then this was the trade we took it here, right here. Yes, same thing, you know, 44.11 below, same thing. You can take the same trade at the same time, you know. And then you have to bail out at 89, obviously, right? Or close enough, since it's a FOMC news driven move, right? And here 410, again golden area, bail out, right? Then price chopped around and then bounced back up, back to 524 red line, you know, or these things here, right? So here I again shorted it, you know, at 505 actually I shorted it, and then I held it, you know, and then it came down, again take a profit. This time I took a profit here, right? And then damn thing again went higher, you know. So while you are watching, yes, you have to notice, say this time 24 got rejection, right? Then again went higher. Now this time you can see there is a clear divergence. First time plus 600, this time it was here, see that, 0. So momentum was 0. First time is this, now price is here, you know, same time, same level. So it's a divergence, you know. And AD was also diverging, see that. So that was the trade right here, you know. But let's say, you know, you are seeing this bounces from 89, looks like buyers are strong, right? So you don't have to take the trade right here, but this is this kind of mini information that you have to observe, you know. And when it goes down, get a rejection, goes down again, you can take a short. NQ 542, held it here and then came down back below 505, short. If you don't want to take this short, wait for 89 to clear out. The moment it clear out, short here, short below this, you know. And then pretty much all this level, look, 72, slice through it, pull back, came where? Straight to this area, right? Pull back up, 72, short, again, you know, slice through it, you can even short right there, you know. And then again 26 profit, slice through it, pull back to 26, short it, take a profit at 95, call it a day. Simple, you know, level to level trading, purely only 4 lines. Even you don't need to even look through all these levels, you know. But anyway, all of this level worked out, but you can see it line to line, pretty much step down. Here same thing, you know, all these trades are lined up with all these levels which was published in pre-market notes, you know, except this 325 which I gave, or sorry, which one, 325 was there? Was it 325? What was the level? Yeah, 325 that I gave in intraday. And then what else? That's it pretty much. And then you can see it, you know, pretty much all these levels worked out which was drawn in the pre-market before open, you know. And look, with this, between this there is a huge gap, right? There is no level, and you can see it, price rejected from here, came down all the way to this area, and then it bounced, see. So levels are powerful, you know. You just need to know how to use it in the right context, you know? So that be all for today. I'll see you tomorrow.